us out with this awesome event.
Yes, absolutely legendary. This SSD is so good. If you want to speed up your computer, that's the best way to do it. Because if you don't have an SSD, you won't know yourself when you do get an SSD. It makes such a big difference.
Especially if you're a gamer. If you can put games on your SSD, like if you've got a low capacity SSD, it's like you probably won't have your games on it. But if you've got a big one, if you've got 2 terabytes, you can put the games that you play a lot on your SSD, and they'll load so much faster. Like the difference in processing speed for an SSD is just it's out of this world. Yep, no more Elden Ring load screens.
Imagine, Elden Ring load screens. Don't get me started on that, man. The stress of that is too much. Hurts my feelings.
Exactly. No, you're like loading into that modded Minecraft world, man. An SSD changes the game.
Yeah, man. That was one of the first ones that I noticed when I had an SSD in my computer. I'm like, man, Minecraft loads so quick. It's such a ridiculous thing, but it makes such a big difference to the speed of things. Processing speed is a big thing, and when it comes to processing speed, top level players like these two are going to have mad processing speed. That was a really scuffed segue.
That's a really great segue. No, you're right. That's what it is. We've all just got those old hard drives, like the regular disk drives in our heads, and the top level players, they've got the SSDs up there.
Very much so, because you're not going to get too faster adaptation than these two players here. I have played both of these guys quite a bit, and their ability to adapt is unbelievable.
And okay, so we've got the Poppt1 and the chizzL Pythra. I mean, obviously we're getting into the hairy end of winner's side now, like all these infamous players from their respective states getting on it. And 2 awesome characters. Poppt1, I'm sure, is very familiar with Palutena. Luma being
an absolutely dominating force in Perth.
Yeah, exactly. A huge, I'm sure, a great friend and a great rival. And chizzL as well on the Pythra, like the most infamous character probably of the modern age of Ultimate.
Yeah, I would definitely agree there. And this is a character that Poppt1 will have a lot of experience against as well, because another one of our top reps is Tam, who is a
nice. I like the Tomahawk.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see how well Poppt1 adapts here. And I guess with all of that, like, quick play knowledge of play X character, get them into Elite Smash, Poppt1's going to have a lot of understanding about how to play a lot of characters, because he's had to play all of them.
That's true. Yeah, the content creator power up for a tournament like this is actually pretty big, I think.
I think so too, because when you get that combination of a top level player who has such a deep, that's a big spike.
Yeah, but, big pyro downer.
When you've got someone who has such a thorough understanding of the game, understands it to a nitty gritty level, and has a content creator power up, that's a terrifying combination, and that's why I think that Poppt1's going to be a person you can't sleep on in this tournament.
Yeah, no, he's definitely got the narrative on his side, but we'll see. Yeah, like, it's pretty much tied up now after Poppt1 getting that F smash kill. I think the ledge trapping was looking really good for him before. We'll see if he can keep it up.
Yeah, one of the things that I think is a shining point for Poppt1 is his ledge trapping, where once he gets you off stage, getting back to center is almost impossible. And I know that's something that chizzL is also quite good at as well. Once he holds center stage, you've got to truly fight to gain that back.
I like the idea from chizzL before as well, using that blazing end, like the pyro side B, as a get up, as a ledge option, is a really, really good move that can often kind of get you off the ledge for free.
Oh man, that was ballsy landing right there.
Poppt1 sneaking through the Flame Nova, and then chizzL just having enough time to shield the F smash. Whoa, okay.
He's learning things off of Luma. That's something that Luma does all the time, where he uses like the sour spot of the side B to send them out of whack him. It's so cool.
That is an awesome thing. I'd love to see that more. That's very cute. I wonder how consistent that is.
If you get the right hitbox of it, it can be very consistent. I see Luma landing it quite regularly. Really good Nair. The fact that the Nair goes through Pithra's side B is actually kind of wild.
I mean, it's because Poppt had the awareness to come underneath the Mithra side B, right? Like, that Mithra side B has the hitboxes through the middle and on the top, but if you come from underneath, you can pretty much challenge it. Like, you can challenge it pretty easily. Yeah. So yeah, great awareness from Poppt there. There you go, yeah, the Flame Revolt or whatever that move's called. Man, that Pyra up B, that's the day one. The day one Pyra.
Very much so. That's the stuff that everybody was complaining about day one. chizzL was definitely cottoning onto the fact that Poppt was just throwing out a lot of moves. Because there wasn't too much thought behind it. It was just like, I want to just hit this guy.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, I think when you get unsafe versus Pyra, that's when she shines, right? Like, none of Pyra's moves are particularly scary. Oh, wow! I can't believe catching with the down smash on the other side
of that down smash. That would have been curtains for the poor guy.
Okay. Now, like, look, even if you're chizzL, the game's not over yet. At 150, okay, sneaking past the Nair edgeguard. And, like, playing Pyra here... Yeah, playing Pyra here is pretty awesome. If chizzL finds the down air up smash, like, Poppt's kind of finished. Even at 60. Nice.
Oh, not quite killing though, dang.
Still living, yeah. Underside of PS2.
Yeah, I can feel the sweat on Poppt's hands right now as he's realizing this is kind of slipping away from me now.
Yeah, at 165, like, all Palu needs is, like, almost anything. But Nair center stage is not everything. That's so... Yeah, that'll do it. That looked like... Whack. Yeah, potentially, like... Was that an F-tilt clank?
Yeah.
Or something? Like the last
that was
F-tilt
clank with down air. That was an interesting interaction. Ultimate at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, that's all Poppt needed. And now, no more Palutena or Pithra for either of these players.
Isn't Pithra one of chizzL's like main bracket characters, as far as I know? Because I've quite obviously remember like seeing Pithra on graphics with chizzL on it, so I'm not quite sure if that's like one of his mainstays or if just one of the many characters that he plays, because getting rid of the Pithra is such a big thing.
Yeah.
One less thing Poppt has to worry about now.
I mean, it's a really big thing. I know that chizzL is obviously a huge, I think, Lucario fan as well, but yeah, I think Pithra and Lucario are the chizzL characters. So losing Pithra is pretty rough. Maybe he wanted to like potentially get game 1 on Poppt and then swap to Lucario and snag game 2 and like secure a spot in that top 24. But yeah, losing game 1 and losing a character that is essentially that is one of your mains or at least a secondary is it's pretty rough.
Very much so. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see whether or not he pulls out the Lucario here to try and deal with Poppt, or like leave it till later on to a point where he needs it more to like clutch it out.
Yeah. I think
the other option that could be is maybe the Samus. I've seen the Samus on quite a few occasions, and I don't think he has played it yet. Yeah, as you know, he played Samus in the last set, so he hasn't even got the Samus unlock anymore.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see like whether these players are going to start bringing out characters that are maybe that they've seen less, or whether they're going to go like whole hog and start bringing out the mains. Because I want to have a look for chizzL. Yeah, it's looking like chizzL hasn't... I mean, chizzL hasn't really played too many... chizzL got the DQ in... Oh, no, chizzL has played... chizzL's had the Cloud come out, the Rob, the Crom, the Samus, and Poppt doesn't have any... Yeah, Poppt's used quite a few because the last set was a game 3 for him. But here we go. Pikachu DDD.
Yeah, this is going to be a really rough time for the DDD because basically everything in Pikachu's kit is going to deal with Gordo, so you're just not going to be able to play with Gordo.
But I mean, chizzL on the grey DDD. I'm pretty sure this is the Chipotle skin.
So he might get the power up from one of his fellow brethren.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the moment, chizzL's got quite a strong lead, heaps of percent on Poppt. Poppt1 could die to a lot of things from DDD at the moment, being as light as Pikachu is.
Yeah, like DDD surprisingly, yeah, maybe the Gordo gets stopped by a lot of the Pikachu hitboxes, but yeah, DDD is going to kill you early, and being able to like float in the air, and kind of contest quick attack with stuff like Fair and there's big DDD hitboxes. Yeah, a bit of a strength too.
Very much so. I think Poppt1 might have fried in his Twitch chat, being like, "Give me pointers, hurry!"
Yeah, actually. Asking for a bit of advice. Yeah, looking like Poppt1 is channeling all the other kind of top WA players, swapping between Palu and Pikachu.
Yeah, if he pulls out like Pyra and Mithra next, I'll know something fishy is going on here, and I'm gonna have to call my boy out on
Maybe they're all in like the same house, like swapping controllers.
Hell yeah. Now, this ain't looking like a fried Pikachu at the moment. There's too little camping happening right now.
That's true, but this ledge trapping from chizzL, really, really good. Like threatening with the Gordo ledge traps, and then also like finding that back air, which is going to kill. DDD back air, definitely a high value move, and sharking to the stage with up air as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think something that chizzL has realized pretty early on is that the Gordo isn't going to be too worthwhile to throw out too regularly in this matchup, just purely for the fact that everything can knock it back. So he's just using all of DDD's other tools, and it's working out really, really well.
Yeah, that's the thing with Gordo, right? Like, a lot of people think, like, oh yeah, the projectiles are for neutral. But Gordo is like a little bit of a free ticket to ledge trapping. We saw it hit Poppt1 like at least 4 or 5 times on the ledge. So even if you can't use it in neutral, you're still going to get the value out of it when you get him off stage. Nice. Calling out the air dodge.
Oh, that was so good. Such a good little string from Poppt1 better do this, otherwise he's going to be risking the 3-stock, and you don't want to see that. No one wants to see that.
I want to see that. I want to see the DDD 3-stock.
When you've got 600 people watching you on your stream, you don't want to get 3-stock, man.
Getting 3-stock as well. The hardest thing is it's like a secondary tournament, so all of these people are playing characters that aren't even their mains a lot of the time. But firing back now, yeah, Poppt1's done well getting that first stock off of chizzL. Okay, jab lock.
Jab locks. Is this going to be like too little too late for the adaptation? Because he's working out what the combos are, which is very solid, and like understanding when to go in and out against DDD.
Oh, unfortunate. That sent the wrong way. He was able to get that the other way. It might have killed. Wow. Strong Nair, just going to do it in the middle of the sky. That's so funny. DDD strong Nair. What a wacky move.
That's so dumb, man.
I didn't even realize that like he had done that move. Like, it's so quick, DDD Nair. It's really safe as well. Like, if you do strong Nair on shield. But yeah, when you use it as like an air-to-air move, it's so rare. Like normally it's you kind of like body slam on top of them with it. Using strong Nair as a dogfighting air-to-air aerial, man, that's you don't see that every day.
Yeah, Nair coming out frame 7 is pretty good, and that's active for a long time. What the hell?
It is. It's active for a while.
20 frames.
But that's frames. That's the sour hitbot, like the soft Nair. The strong Nair is only active at the start of it, I think, for like either the first.
You were correct. Yep. 2 frames.
And that soft Nair wouldn't have killed. That had to be the strong Nair there. So pretty crazy that he got that strong Nair in the strong Nair air to air. Bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah, I'm impressed with that. But DDD Nair is such a weird move that beats too many things just by existing. Like, I have lost sets to a DDD who just spammed soft Nair the whole time.
I mean, it's because great, like, it works in tandem with DDD's multiple jumps, right? Like, they float above you and they mix you up, whether they're going to like land on you with Nair or whether they're just going to wait for an option. So like, as much as you want to anti-air them, you don't know the timing. It becomes this timing rock, paper, scissors game. And yeah, DDDs know how to really abuse that. So it is a very strong part of their game plan.
Very much so. And you can see that chizzL did have a good understanding of like when to use that as well, which is good. So he must have a reasonable amount of knowledge on the character, whether it's from playing it himself versus other people who have. But I think it must be playing it himself, because I don't think South Australia has any DDDs, ?
Oh, I mean, chizzL is a New South Wales player.
New South Wales. No.
Yeah.
Who am I thinking? I'm thinking of someone else then.
And obviously, like I said, like Chipotle, the New South Wales DDD. But I also think DDD is a character that as long as you've got a grasp of their gameplay, and like technically, maybe you don't need to have a lot of, there's not a lot of tech or like real execution barrier that goes into DDD. It's just a lot of like thinking, a lot of like, I'm going to mix you up with my multiple jumps. I'm going to mix you up with my like my nair, my like fastball nair mix-ups. I'm going to use Gordo as a ledge trap. Like, if you know those things, I think DDD can be a strong character in a lot of people's hands.
Yeah, very much so. And the Poppt bringing out...
Okay, chizzL is just channeling Chipotle. That's pretty funny. So Terry is the other Chipotle character.
There you go. Yeah, so he's got the understanding, and he's just channeling all of his friends. He's doing what Poppt was doing initially.
Exactly. Bringing all the characters your friends play. I think that's like a pretty good strategy for these secondary tournaments, because if you played a billion friendlies against a certain character, then you know how they work.
Yeah, very much so. Where it's like, I've got like a oddly good Pac-Man because I verse T-He all the time, and it's just like, you just understand what they're going to be fishing for. Yeah,
you know what the priority moves are, you know what they go for in certain situations. You can pick up the skills. Okay, and now 100%. The go is online for chizzL.
This will easy kill Jigglypuff any day of the week.
Yeah, Power Guys is going to be such a great anti-air tool versus a Jigglypuff floating in the air. But okay, he's going for it. He knows the inputs.
Oh, yeah, that was a miss. I think he wanted to go for the power dunk there.
I mean, that is actually a mix-up, right? Because if they SDI in, then Rising Tackle catches them. But if they SDI out, then Power Dunk catches them. And if you do either way, it doesn't work. But there you go. Taking that first stock, and chizzL still with the go online.
Oh, that was a really good call out there from Poppt. Big fan of that.
Yeah, you definitely have to edge guard Terry when they get off stage. Especially if you're Jigglypuff. That's kind of what your character does. Okay, not getting hit by both hits from the crack shoot. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that must just be because Puff is small.
Yeah. Maybe if you're like SDIing the jab down as well. I think when you SDI for Power Dunk, you SDI down and in. So yeah, doing that one, and then that may be nice. The tech chase with the sing.
Confirm.
Really good. Yeah, tech chase with
Poppt is
sing.
100% like channeling the Deku Meister right now.
Oh yeah, bringing a bit of Deku Meister. No, I mean like Jigglypuff tech chase with sing, such a great option. Covers pretty much everything, and the timing is so lenient because of how long sing lasts. Yeah, really nice.
I'm struggling to see how Terry is going to be getting in against the Puff when Puff is camping. So I think like Puff could slow down his gameplay a little bit and just chill out a bit to not get hit by that.
Yeah, look, there's that, but also obviously like it's a small stage, and Puff, even though like she's fast and has good air control, she also like you don't really want to corner yourself with a character like Puff, I feel like. But there you go. The sing into rest, doing it. The Poppt Jigglypuff looking very nice. And like great stage choice as well.
Yeah,
I think
it's a shame that that's not going to be a character that we're going to see again.
Yeah. Really smart to like go to the small battlefield. I think maybe having that like the sing tech chase in your mind, being like, okay, I'm going to take him to small battlefield. I'm playing Jigglypuff. I know exactly what I want to do with my sing. I'm going to tech chase with sing. I'm going to find the rest. It's going to work out. Seemed like a very strong plan from Poppt, and yeah, there you go, taking it 2-1 over chizzL. And that means that Poppt has just secured his spot in winner's side of the top 24, and chizzL will be, I think probably has to play one more round in losers to qualify for the top 24. And if you get to the top 24 via the losers side, I think you start in the losers side. Is that how it works? Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So actually